6:40. He came on in dressed real nice. Brand new tie, baseball cap, nice white socks, and he had him that disease, cerebral walrus, they call it, I think. Well, anyway, he got him a cup of coffee and sat down, and then Jimmy the towhead cook came on over and he gave him a Big Mac. Well, the guy, he ate about half of it and then set it down. And he was, you know, going through those spasms like, and then all of a sudden, a couple of ants came right out of the burger. There ain't no ants at McDonald's, no way. Lord sent those ants. Anyway, he looked real sharp with the burger, and a couple of more ants came out. Well, he went, lolled out, his head lolled back, and he fell out of the chair and hit his head on the ground. Well, we got up and ran over, and, well, he was out cold. But then those nice serving kids, they came over. They're so cute. They came over and, well, they hit him with some water, smacked him real nice, and up he got, standing and blinking like, oh. And we said, well, how are you? And he said, I'm fine. And he was fine. Well, he tipped his Cincinnati Reds baseball cap, started walking away, and he was walking plumb straight line right out. Got outside, hollered, jumped up, caught the gold line down, started singing and smiling at everyone. I saw a man healed by a Big Mac.
My trouble is I'm named... No. My only trouble is I'm named Bernard. Well, who made it my name? Well, did I make it my name? Not my fault. I had hostile parents and they named me Bernard. Okay, Bernard is fine for other people, but all my life I'm out walking on the street and somebody says, hey, Bernard! And I realize it's me they're speaking to, and I get depressed. Just can't identify with the name. I mean, if you could see me on the inside, you'd never recognize me from knowing me on the outside. I just wish you could see me when I'm all by myself. The me on the inside begins to flower and come alive, and then suddenly somebody will say, hey, Bernard! And it remembers who I am and gets crushed. I know I'd be a totally different person if people only called me by my inside name. Spike.
Yes, John.
Good posters, please.
All right, John.
Be real quick.
Good.
This is the first one.
Yep. Next.
Okay. This is the next one.
Next.
Last one.
Put the dates and times and good stuff on that. That's the one.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Nick.
Up until now, the entire subject of UFOs has been mostly associated with kooks or oddballs. Frequently, in fact, observers will admit to being members of both groups. However, frequent sightings by responsible individuals have caused the Air Force, the Defense Department, and the Pentagon to re-examine what was once a skeptical view. In fact, the sum of $200 has been allocated for a comprehensive study of this phenomenon. The question is there anything out there? And if so, do they have ray guns? Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's happened to me. I was in bed at my beach house in Virginia Beach with my wife, Edna, the dental hygienist. But I couldn't sleep because of some fried chicken in the refrigerator that I felt entitled to. So I waited for my wife to drop off, and I tiptoed into the kitchen. I remember distinctly looking at the clock. It read 4:15. I can be almost positive of this because our kitchen clock hasn't worked in 10 years and it always reads 4:15. I also noticed my Doberman, Butch, was acting funny. He was standing on his hind legs and singing, "I Enjoy Being a Girl." Suddenly, the room turned bright orange. At first, I thought Edna had caught me snacking between meals and had set the house on fire. Then I looked out to the window, where, to my surprise, a huge cigar-shaped aircraft was hovering above the trees and glowing bright orange. I stood transfixed for what must have been hours, although it was difficult to tell because the clock still read 4:15. Suddenly, a mechanical claw shot out of the aircraft through the window and grabbed the 2 pieces of fried chicken that were in my hand. It retreated quickly. The aircraft then rose into the sky, accelerating rapidly until it disappeared. When I called the Air Force the next day, they told me that what I had seen was in fact a large flock of birds. When I complained, Colonel Quincy Bascom personally promised me that the Air Force would return me my 2 pieces of chicken. To this day, I have only received 1.
Okay, Nick. You're staring at the floor an awful lot, and you tend to do it on the punchlines, which doesn't work real well. Okay? And your hand movements for when they grab the chicken need to be the same rate as what you're saying. Your hands are moving nice and slow, like your words are going real fast. Okay?
Yeah.
Need to be the same. All right, Lee.
You won't believe my marriage. I'll invite you in and you can sleep in my bedroom one night and listen. I mean, the trouble with marriage is it's relentless. You wake up every morning and it's still there. All I want is a 2-week leave of absence, just 2 weeks. I used to get them all the time in the Army, and I always came back. It was different with you. I mean, to tell the truth, I always thought you two were a little crazy, but I mean, that's what bound you together.
My name is Lillard, God King. I am most in majesty, in whom no being may be, and no end. I am the most the I am, and have been ever. I have made stars on planets for my courses to go. I have made a moon for the night, made sun to light the day also. I have made earth, where trees and grass and spring, beast and fowl, both great and small, all thrive and have my liking. I have made all the wealthy for man's sustentation, and of this pleasant garden that I have mostly goodly planted, I will make you garden for his own recreation.
A real bond of lunacy. Maryland has no craziness, no fantasies, no uncharted regions. There I am, sitting with maps to regions of my mind yet unexplored, and she won't even pack an overnight bag. I tell you, Maryland is so conservative, she won't even let me kiss her with the light on, after 11 years. I say, Maryland, trust me, I won't tell anybody. So we stagnate, we stale. We sit there in our comfortable little house. Oh well, I figure I've only got 30, 35 years tops.